Hello, class. I want to take the time to go over the Moodle page with you. I gave you a sort of welcome video, tried to explain how the class is running, but I want to make sure I take the time to go over Moodle with you. This is the college algebra class. It is online this whole quarter. Please make a notation of the midterm. Oh, it doesn't look like I can write uh, with my pen, but please make a notation of the midterm. It is August 10th. It is week 5. You will have a written portion, or actually, let me double check. I typically do 2 portions of the midterm. Uh, so you will have a multiple choice version. Sorry, I'm scrolling through here. And you have a multiple choice portion and a written portion. They are both due by August 10th, which is a Friday. Now, if you text me Saturday morning and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't get to turn in my midterm, I will not accept your midterm. Okay, it will be open Sunday night and it will be due Friday. I will not make any exceptions for that, unless, not even if you had like, oh, I had a doctor's appointment. You must be like hospitalized or something. I will not make any exceptions to it. For the most part, this is really easy. There is a time limit on it. We'll talk more about it. But I don't really want to hear there's no exceptions unless you arrange something with me ahead of time and it has to be a really good reason. And same thing with your final. You still need your textbook. You're really going to need your textbook. It's very helpful. There's a lot of explanations, there's a lot of definitions, there's a lot of examples. Here's our homework schedule. Your homework is always due Sunday night. Again, no exceptions. The only time we will not have homework is week 5, which is the week of the midterm, and week 10, which is the week of the final. All of your homework must be completed by the due dates. They are typically all multiple choice quizzes. Again, late acceptance are not to be accepted. I typically give you about 3 attempts to do the homework. And you're welcome to ask for help. But again, copying is, looked down upon. Your classwork. So if you'll notice, the first week of class, your classwork was due Friday. The every other week, your classwork is due Monday. Okay, so first day of the week, your classwork is due. Watch the videos and read your textbook, spend some time. It's typically, answer 3 or 4 questions, watch the videos, maybe do some key terms. It's typically what your classwork is. And so the way it's kind of working out is your classwork is due Monday and gives you like something to read at the beginning of the week. You'll have a discussion, which your first post is due by Wednesday, and then your homework is due by Sunday. And you have really all week to work on your discussion. Okay? So again, late work will not be accepted. Please make a note on week 8, the week of Labor Day week, your classwork is due Wednesday. Okay? So I give you that Monday off. Again, we have discussions every week except for week 5 and week 10. You have your first post is due on Wednesday. Your second post, all of your interaction with your classmates must be done by Friday. Now, if you'll notice, the first week, really, you should have all received 10 points. However, very few of you interacted with your classmates, and therefore did not receive full credit. Okay, so uh, if you read through your syllabus, which I recommend you all read through your syllabus, it's a part of college. It's your responsibility to read through your syllabus. It's not really my responsibility to walk you through it. Um, you need to interact with your classmates. Make sure you're reading all of the directions. I will also note I did grade all of the classworks, all of the homework, and all of the discussions. If you do not turn in a completed classwork, you will not get full credit. I'm not just saying, oh, you turned something in and giving you full credit. I'm actually checking if your answers are correct. I'm not asking you very many questions. If it's incomplete, you do not receive full credit. If it's not labeled correctly, so sorry, I'm going back to the classwork. If it's not labeled correctly, you're not going to receive full credit. Um, so please make sure you do those things. Okay. Several of you emailed me and asked me questions, and you had some problems. That's great. I really need the email interaction because this is an online class. All right, so let's talk about attendance. So you get attendance points. You get about 5 points per class. Um, they're really free points. You just have to participate. So in order to get the full 5 points and to be considered present online, you need to participate in the classwork and the discussion. Okay. Now, if you only participate in the classwork and you do not participate in the discussion, or vice versa, maybe you only participate in the discussion and you do not participate in the classwork, you will be considered present, but you will not receive the full 5 points. So for example, I had some students that everybody sort of participated in the classwork, but there were 3 or 4 students that participated in the classwork, but not the discussion. Those students only received 2.5 points for your attendance. So it's considered half present. Now, I am still taking attendance online. Your attendance is still mandatory. You are allowed up to 3 absences. So if you miss the discussion and you miss the classwork, you are considered absent. I will be following up with you for those of you who I'm noticing a lot of absences. Okay, and then we'll be contacting you, contacting the school and your academic dean. Okay, in order to be considered present, you need to participate in the discussion in the classwork. And then for weeks 5 and 10, obviously participate in the midterm and the final. Right? So there's all sorts of resources here. You have your announcements. What is an online course, news forum? I typically email students or post videos. That's been the way that I've contacted, gotten a hold of people. Here is your syllabus. Your schedule is on here. Please read through it. If I make any changes, I will try to notify you all. But again, the syllabus is here. Please read through it. This is week 1. We just completed week 1 last week. We had a class discussion, which was really just to introduce yourself. You received, so again, you typically receive 7 points for your original post, up to 7 points for your original post, and then you receive up to 3 points for your interaction with your classmates. Now, interaction with your classmates is not, yeah, great. Okay, actually have a conversation. Okay, more than sort of a handful of word sentence responses. So I typically provide you with the PowerPoints, which can be found here in Chapter R. So all of the PowerPoints were found here. But I also provided you with the videos inside the classwork, right? So watch the video, answer the questions, okay? So this was last week's work, all right? Hopefully you took the time to watch all of the videos. If you're having trouble with the class, that's what it's meant for, okay? So again, notice your homework is due, this should be, sorry, Sunday, July 15th. But again, Sunday. And so your homework is due tonight. I'll adjust that date right here. Um, I have the syllabus agreement here. Um, I'm not sure if, okay, some of you did it. Um, those of you who haven't done it, please read through the syllabus and post this. It's really a free 10 points, okay? For those of you that have not completed the syllabus, you will be hearing from me and later on this week. All right, so for week 2, you again have a discussion. So for this week, look through your book or an online article and discuss why math matters. Any topic that is math related or that requires math um, to understand it. Okay, so I give you a few topics. Get a topic for approval. Okay, again, you need to post the name of your, or I'm sorry, that was for another class. For your topic, you need to post um, the title of your topic at the top. You cannot, if somebody does one on weather and they posted it before you will not receive credit if you post it after them. Okay? So make up your own topic. Please make sure you put your references. Okay? I will be sending out informationals on when the school does a workshop on APA reference citing or reference style writing, and you'll get extra credit for that. All right. So this week we're going to be covering chapter 1, numbers, data, problem solving, visualizing, graphing data, all of these things. And so again, your PowerPoint is available here. All of your PowerPoints are available here. This week you have a quiz. If you notice, this quiz will be due Wednesday, and you will I believe it's worth 10 points, and you have 5 questions to answer in 25 minutes. Okay, and then again, your videos will be available in the class assignment. For this particular week, the videos will be available later on tonight. You need to define the following terms. You have 15 terms, okay? You need to define them and give one example, okay? What is a natural number? Give an example. What is an integer? Give an example, okay? So this is your classwork for this week. Um, is there a lot of work? Yes. But this is a math class, okay? And it is college algebra, and yes, it is very fast paced. We're going to be covering a chapter a week. And so in order to help keep you guys organized, I'm only releasing 1 week at a time, just to make sure that I have all the due dates right. So notice your time estimates here, about 4 to 9 hours, okay? So 4 to 9 hours you should be spending every week on this particular class. It's a 3-unit class, okay? So typically if you were taking this class, it's 4 hours that you would spend in class with me. And so you should have no less than 4 hours that you're spending on home, at home, online. Okay, and up to 9 hours if you're doing the chapter readings, assignments, and practice problems. Okay, again, one thing I want to address, if I notice that there's plagiarism happening, you're not going to receive credit for that assignment. If I notice that there's cheating happening on the midterm or the final, you will also not receive credit for that midterm and final. I have done that before. Um, I've noticed on the midterm there was some cheating. I've contacted those students and they didn't receive credit for their midterm. There are times when I'm like, well, you have the option of retaking the midterm. So if I find that you're cheating on the final, there's no option for you to retake that final, and so you just receive a 0. And both the midterm and the final are worth, together worth 40% of your grade. So you really want to make sure obviously, get help. If you have questions, please email me. If you need help, ask for help. Watch the videos, do practice problems, ask your classmates. But if it looks like you're cheating, you're just copying verbatim what your classmates are doing, I take that very seriously. I've been teaching for quite a few years now. It's very easy for me to recognize when the cheating is happening, and you will receive no credit for it. Um, sometimes I'll ask for an explanation, and sometimes I'll just let you know, hey, this is what's going on, and, you're not receiving any credit for it. So that is for week 2. Okay, so again, classwork, discussion, homework, and you actually have a quiz this week um, covering the review problems from the review chapter R. Okay, so I wish you all luck. If you're still having problems or questions or concerns, please email me. Please email me at my Gmail account. That allows me to get back to you faster. If you are messaging me through Moodle and I'm not by my computer, it might take me a little longer to get back to you. Um, all right, I believe that is it. Hopefully you're able to, oh man. Okay, yes, that is it.